Just arrived at the garage. It's Monday night. Fred's helping me pull the E36 in. It's pretty dark already, but I've got my torch. See if it actually works. So yeah, we're going to hook this bitch up and get it pulled inside. So we're both back at the garage. It's been a while.
Hello.
I think it's like 4 weeks since we were both up here together. So my plan for this evening is to basically finish off all the rest of what I was doing on Saturday. I want to get the gearbox and prop lined up because I didn't do it when I put the engine in, and it's making weird noises because it's obviously not lined up. So I need to get all that put together, get the prop mounted back up, get the gearbox mounted back up. For some reason the engine sat on the front anti-roll bar, so I need to have a look and figure out why that is. If it comes down to it, I'll just remove the anti-roll bar. I don't need one, do we?
No,
we'll be fine. So yeah, see what happens with that, and then try and plumb it all in as much as I can. Probably only going to be up here a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours tops, because I've got some editing to do, so I can put a video out from you lot. So Fred's just stuffing his face. I'm going to crack on straight away. I'll give you an update in a bit. So, a little update of where I've not got, because I've actually just figured out there's loads missing off this engine, and there's stuff that don't fit, which I'm quite surprised with, because the last time I did a conversion like this, I did it from a 1.6, granted I did it with a friend who had done this before, but it was from a 1.6 to a 2.5, it was an M25, what was it, an M50 B25 wasn't it? Yeah, and it was straightforward, everything just like hooked up. It's like power steering lines, no issues, you know, all the engine wiring and everything all hooked up, no issues. What else have I had an issue with? Oh, just everything. Everything's been a pain in the ass. I'm giving up, like, I'm not giving up, I'm just losing motivation with the BMW tonight. It's a pain in the ass. So I came over to try and do all of the what is it, like the engine harness and wiring and everything, because I started on the power steering lines and the bolt that I've got is too big for the actual line on the car, so now I'm going to have to try and find a power steering line. Sorry. You shut up, you! Trying to make a video over here. So yeah, need a power steering line, I forget what else. I've written it all down on a board over here, so we'll go check it out. So far, I am down a power steering line, there were 2 sensors, but I've managed to get them off ready. A MAF pipe, inlet pipe thing, I can't even think tonight. An inlet pipe with a MAF, that's come from Freddie as well. Engine mount and a crank sensor, so there's still quite a bit missing. And there's still the issue of prop not lining up. We've got to make an exhaust as well, but the prop's not lining up yet. The shifter's not gone back through the hole, so I need to like pull the gearbox down and mess around doing all of that. And then there's all the engine gibbons.
Hello.
So yeah, it's not going very well tonight. It's been a real pain in buttocks. What I wanted to achieve tonight was get it all plumbed in and possibly get it running, but that's probably not going to happen, is it, Fred?
Here we go.
We could probably get it running, but I won't have working brakes, no power steering. It might drive.
We'll get it somewhere near though.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get underneath. I'm going to try and fucking do my best of connecting everything up, and then I'll try my hardest to get it running. But Fred's here, he's got knowledge, so that helps. A lot of knowledge.
Tiny sliver.
Right, I'm going to get underneath the car then and try and make stuff work, because I've just got a little boost of motivation after Fred just said we could get it started. So if we don't get it started now, it's Freddie's fault. So right, motivation, let's go, let's do it. Right, so due to a few technical difficulties, we had to take the engine back out. Well, not out, but like lift it off of the engine mount. Took the engine mount off the driver's side and basically replaced it with another one from Freddie's, but it was exactly the same, so it was kind of pointless. But the shifter wasn't sat in the right place, so the engine needed to be lifted anyway. So all that's been done. Got the wiring attached to the back of the firewall where it's supposed to be, because it wasn't before. While it's out, I'm just going to quickly put You probably won't be able to see, but I'm going to put some water hoses in because I forgot to do it when the engine was out of the car. So I've got to get them in place so that it's just easier at the minute where it is. I've been doing a lot of work underneath the car, like crawling about like an idiot underneath there, and there's no room to put a camera, there's no light, so you wouldn't have seen anything anyway. So this video will probably be mainly me talking a load of beep. Well, it's been a while since I could do an update because it's just been a nightmare really. I had to do all the water hoses, which was a pain in the arse. I had to pull the engine pretty much near enough all the way out. And then, yeah, it was just a chew getting the engine back in. We're now trying to figure out a way of trying to test the engine. So Freddie's trying to fit the battery, and then we've got to like get these power leads to go all the way over there as well, and like, I don't know, it's a right mess. But fingers crossed it'll work. We just tried to turn it over and we got like a click on the starter motor, so it wasn't like a battery fault or anything, so we're guessing it's...
Is that much?
It's this cable issue. So we'll quickly button up the rest of these cables and that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll start. So see when we give it a go. Should we give it a go? Let's give it a go. Right. Hopefully everything's buttoned up. I'm locked out the car. Central locking's working. The light's working. We have ignition. We got fuel pump. I heard the fuel pump. Last time we didn't hear the fuel pump, so hopefully everything will work. You ready? Here we go. I'm gonna try again. Here we go. Wow, that was fucking loud. That was ridiculous. Oh my god. Right, we're going to put a MAF on. So it's over there somewhere. And see if it runs a little bit better than that, because it just wanted to rev its cock off then. And it was stupid loud, so, right.
We got fuel lines right there around.
I'm sure we have. Fuel lines will be. It started, so there must be.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't do anything.
MAF time. Right, MAF's on. Over there. Plugged in dodgily, but it's in. We're going to give it another go. Hopefully it will just go this time by itself and it won't need a helping hand on the pedal. Here we go. Oh god, hoping this time that it doesn't rev its cock off. It just looked like the throttle cable was a bit tight. So there we go, number 3. Sick! That sounds like a fucking V8. Oh, that was awesome though. Yeah, man. I like it.
Jesus.
So, there's a few issues to sort out in terms of running, but...
I'm just tidying it up basically.
And tidying up, yeah, but it's in. It does run. Need to put the prop back on, but shifter's in. It runs. Oh, yeah. Sweet. So now we'll call it a day for today. This is the second instalment of part 3 of the E36 video, engine swap video. As you can see, I'm at home. I've just got back from work, and before I actually went up to the garage tonight, because Fred's coming to pick me up, I thought I would just do a little intro to this second part and show you something that's very exciting for me, something that's going to make these videos a hell of a lot better. I went out and I bought myself a new camera. This is my new camera, so the GoPros are probably going to go, and I'm going to be using this from now on. As you can see, we're up at the garage. There's a woolly mammoth. Right, so we got up here, just cracked on straight away, brought both cars in, got it jacked up, and then put the prop shaft on. It was being a right arsehole to begin with, but it went in the end with the help of the hammer. I'm just putting on the mounts now, just like the nuts on the diff, the middle prop shaft donut bearing, whatever it's called, I don't know, and then the gearbox mount as well. And then after that I'm going to work on the engine bay, because after last time I left it in a right mess. don't know if you'll be able to see that. But yeah, there's like wires everywhere, the battery's just slung in there. Finished putting the prop shaft on, and I thought, oh, this would be a great time to do a little bit of a video, a bit of an update. And I went and grabbed my new camera that I bought purposely for doing these videos, and left the camera battery at home. So yeah, we're back to using a GoPro, trusty GoPro on a gimbal, which I'm pretty annoyed about. Freddie's over here doing some wild shit with his engine because it's leaking oil.
Yeah.
There's oil everywhere.
I love it, some, yeah. Yeah. Wet.
Minging. Yeah, well, it's expected though with a new engine, or a fresh engine anyway. I'm going to crack on now, quickly finish off underneath the car. Then there's the exhaust over here, which I'll quickly show you. That needs to be, like, sorted out. Freddie's taken the back box because he doesn't like having the droniness. And I've got to, like, weld up this shitty bit here that someone cut into for no reason at all. And then put these on the car, hopefully. So yeah, let's crack on and get that done, and then see how loud it is, because it was really loud last time. Right, crack on. The underside is done, finally. So my next port call is the engine bay. And as you can see, it's still a mess. I think I'm going to try and mount the battery in the engine bay if I can get away with it somehow. I don't know how, but it might just have to do for now. But I want to tidy all that up as best I can and try running it again. But first, I need to fix these bloody exhaust pipes. So basically, it goes through, there's like two separate manifolds. If you don't know BMW engines, there's two separate manifolds, which we might be able to show you on this engine actually. No, but yeah, anyway. Anyway, there's two separate manifolds on the engine, and then you have two separate like down pipes that come down, and it's basically a twin pipe all the way to the end till it gets to, hello Fred, till it gets to this big gay back box. So it's like literally just two pipes all the way. So what I need to do is, and I can fix a gimbal. This pipe here has got a big gash in it from where somebody's, I don't know what they were planning on doing, but this pipe is just butchered. So I'm going to quickly weld up this big gap, and then I'm going to mount them on the car, and eventually I'm going to build an exhaust system for the car, which is going to incorporate my old one. It's very complicated, and we'll get to that when I actually do it, but for now, weld that up, weld up that little gap, and fit them onto the car, and then I'm going to try and have a go at running it up again. It's still going to be stupidly loud, but it's 7 o'clock, so I might be able to keep it running for like 10 seconds or so and see if it actually wants to run by itself, because last time it was a bit iffy. So let's get cracking and see what happens. Update time! So this is where we're currently at. I've managed to actually get the battery to fit in the front, like in the engine bay. It's on the battery tray in the original position. It's in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be really loud and obnoxious and horrible and kill Freddie's ears. I'm going to give it a try at starting up, and hopefully it'll stay started by itself this time. And then if it does, I'm going to try spin the wheels with the clutch and everything, blah 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 blah. But yeah, if that works, then I'll put the exhaust on, and at least then it's like it's driving, it's working, it's good to go. I'm just tidying up after that. Right, so let's give it a go. Power! It's going to be really loud, isn't it? How loud was it last time, Fred? Was it really bad? Right, let's give it a go, see what happens. Nothing. Okay, to save myself embarrassment, I actually went and tried this before. We're going to do it now on camera, but it was there's a cable in here which is for the start motor, and it was loose. That was it. So I was fecking about trying to figure out why it wasn't starting, and it turns out it's just one little wire, one cable. Well, it's not little, it's a cable. Right, so this time it will start, or it'll turn over at least. So let's give it a go. Very loud. Stupid loud. This is why we need an exhaust. Right, I'm going to try and get it running. so that, and I can put it in gear and check that the wheels are spinning. So I'm going to set this up on the tripod, and then we can see if the wheels are turning. Okay, so now the car's running, we know the wheels turn and everything like that. My last thing before we go, because we're both getting a bit fed up tonight, it's not been the best of nights, but I'm just going to quickly weld up these pipes. So we'll do a quick time lapse of that, and then that'll be the end of the BMW engine swap, I think. I mean, it is just like tidying it up now and like last few little bits, so I'll do another video on making the exhaust, and then I think that's it. There's not left to do on that then, is there? Freddie's gone deaf. No, he's dead! Yeah, so I think we'll do one more video on the E36, which will be the exhaust, and then that'll be it, done, completed. I mean, this is it for the engine swap videos now, so yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed watching me struggle on with that. But yeah, now do a quick time lapse. Just welding this bit up and call it a night and go home and have spaghetti bolognese, and that'll be it. Alrighty then, so got the exhaust nicely welded up. Not a bad job to say it was a great stinking hole that someone had tried to grind through, but yeah, you can't really tell. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, that's all ready to go on the car, so that'll happen next time when I do this exhaust video. It'll probably be a nice short and sweet video, but it'll be, you know, something to finish the E36 off with completely. Done. Just noticed as well, I found another piece of the puzzle sat on the bench at the back, so the reason why it might not be running right is because of this, like, looks like some sort of vacuum sensor, and I don't know where I've put it now, so. But yeah, it lives like right under there, and I can't be bothered trying to get that now, so that'll happen next time. But like I said before, as far as engine swaps go, it's complete, it's in, it runs, it drives the wheels, so engine swap complete. Freddie's still crawling about under here like a maniac, losing his mind. Are you going insane?
Nearly there.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, the goats are arriving.
Oh dear. So yeah, we're basically wrapping up now. Fred's just doing some camber and toe adjustments on his. I'm going to tidy up, drop this back on the floor, and then hopefully drive it outside this time instead of having to push it, which would be great. So yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there, and yeah, look forward to the next video, which will be the exhaust video and finishing off any last bits with the E36, and then possibly getting bits for the S14. Like I said earlier, like there's the chassis rails that need to be tested, and I think the subframe's complete. Did Matt say the subframe's complete? Yeah. So the subframe's complete. We can get the subframe done as well. See how it goes. Yeah. Hope you like the videos, the whole engine swap videos. It's been a bit different, something more than the S14 for a change. So yeah, do like and subscribe and all of that jazz, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye Fred.
Goodbye.
Bye.